Former impeachment lawyer Norm Eisen appeared on CNN this week to talk about Donald Trump's legal problems, specifically the Supreme Court not blocking the release of his documents to the January 6th committee. But Eisen touched on something that I think is absolutely perfect. Let me read you this quote from his appearance on CNN. "He's failed at every level," talking about Donald Trump. "And the reason he has failed the Supreme Court road last night is because he simply did not make the showing that he needed to make in order to have these documents held back. It's a balancing test when you're talking about executive privilege, the right of a president to hold back documents, and you've got to show an overwhelming, compelling need for each individual document, and sometimes even a paragraph for a line on a document to be held back, and he just failed to do it. So once again, Trump was brought down by lousy lawyering." Lousy lawyering, that is a great way to put it. And again, something I have been saying for months. How many times have I sat here and told you that Donald Trump's lawyers are just really, really bad at what they do? Honestly, don't even know how many times, but I know it's been a lot because these are some of the worst lawyers with the worst arguments I have ever seen. So it's great to see a legal expert out there validating my opinion on these things because let's be honest, folks. These were really bad arguments that they brought to the U.S. Supreme Court, saying that, nope, he was the president at the time. He gets to claim executive privilege. We're not going to go through document by document. We're just going to say all of it. You can't have it. Can't do it. Nope. And it failed. It failed in 2 lower courts and at the United States Supreme Court. Even the people Trump put on the bench looked at this argument and said, even I can't agree with this. But it's not just, by the way, this one particular case. He has offered bad arguments to get himself out of the lawsuits for January 6th. You know, the civil lawsuits that are being brought there. He's losing in his legal arguments to stop the prosecutors in New York. And every time it's because his lawyers go to court and they make the most idiotic arguments imaginable. Oh, you can't prosecute him because we're pretty sure this is just a political witch hunt. That's not a legal argument. Sorry, you may feel that way. It may even come across that way to some people. But that's not a legal argument. You can't argue that he is immune from prosecution, which they've also tried to argue. You are therefore saying that he in fact is above the law and can do whatever the hell he wants. But here's the thing. Trump is basically stuck with the lawyers that he has. These are not the lawyers that he wanted. Multiple different reports over the last year have shown that Donald Trump has actually reached out to some high-profile defense lawyers in this country, and they've turned him down. They either don't want to be associated with him, or they understand that this guy has a really bad reputation of not paying his lawyers. There have been multiple lawsuits that Trump has filed where he ended up not paying his lawyers for them. So why would you want to take on this guy as a client? Not to mention the fact he lies all the time. That's really hard to defend once you actually get into court. So yes, these lawyers he has, certainly not the brightest bunch out there, but you got to give them at least a little bit of credit. They don't have crap to work with. And when you're given garbage, garbage in, garbage out. That is effectively what these Trump lawyers are getting. They have nothing at all to work with. So maybe it's not even fair to say that they're really bad at their jobs. When you have nothing, you get nothing. You can't craft an argument around it. And that is the unfortunate predicament that these lawyers have put themselves in by taking on Donald Trump as a client. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.